They called it luck. Lucky the semi swerved at the last second. Lucky the glass didn't cut deep enough to take my leg. Lucky Caleb wasn't in the car that night. Lucky. The word used to sound like mercy. Now it tastes like rust, something corroded that clings to the back of my throat. It's been 10 years since his father vanished the day I showed him the pregnancy test. 3 since the crash twisted metal around my body like a cage. Since then, every morning has felt borrowed. 10 steps and my legs scream betrayal. But Caleb stayed. He always stays. The soup he left on my nightstand has gone cold again. "Mom, you didn't eat lunch," he says softly, his voice deeper now, no longer the boy I once read bedtime stories to. I force a smile, pretending not to notice the tired circles under his eyes, or the calluses lining his hands from the construction site. "I'm not hungry," I lie. He knows I am. He knows when I'm pretending. He kneels beside me, rolling up my pant leg without asking, checking the scars that never quite healed. His hands are gentle, steady, careful, the kind of care that hurts to need. I want to tell him to stop, that I'm fine, but the words never come. Instead, I stare at the window where sunlight slices through the curtains like a scalpel. Mornings burn the most. Too bright, too loud, too cruel. When the accident happened, people called it survival. But survival doesn't feel like living. It feels like being caught between moments, half in the wreckage, half in what's left of home. And Caleb, poor Caleb, he became the bridge between both, a son trying to hold together the woman who once held him. Sometimes when the house is quiet, I hear echoes of the crash, the grinding metal, the shattering glass, the silence that followed. I remember how he carried me through months of hospitals and wheelchairs, his young shoulders learning the weight of adulthood too soon. Every act of kindness became a reminder of what he lost too: freedom, youth, the right to be careless. Last night he told me he'd started sketching again, said it helped him stay sane. I wanted to ask what that meant, but he changed the subject before I could. His walls are tall, built from everything he never says out loud. There's a storm tonight, the kind that shakes the windows until they hum. The power flickers, the room bathed in candlelight. Caleb sits across from me, sketchbook in hand, pencil scratching quietly. For a moment, we look like a family from a painting, peaceful, ordinary. I almost believe it. He glances up. "You okay?" "Just tired," I whisper. He nods but doesn't look away. There's something in his eyes, something I can't name. Grief, maybe, or fear. Or that strange mix of both that lives between us now. I shift my gaze to the candle, to the way the flame trembles when the wind howls. "Do you ever think about that night?" I ask before I can stop myself. He freezes. "Every day," he says quietly, but I try not to. Silence stretches, long and heavy. I can hear the rain hammering the roof, the thunder pacing in the distance. I want to reach for his hand, to tell him it's okay to be angry, to be scared. But I don't. My voice stays locked behind my ribs, where the ghosts of everything unsaid keep breathing. The lights flicker again. Caleb closes his sketchbook. "I'll check the fuse box," he murmurs, already standing. His footsteps echo down the hall, steady, strong, deliberate. I exhale slowly, staring at the door he just passed through. The storm outside grows louder, rattling the frame like it's trying to get in. I whisper to the empty room, "They called it luck." But luck, I've learned, is just another word for what's left.